Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to start off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem Rakakadash. I would like to give double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the true leaders of Israel to this day, which taught me this truth. And I would like to say shalom to all the Akim and Aqua that's believing on this truth and that's seeking their salvation at the hands of Yahawah and his only begotten son, Yahawashi. I would like to say shalom. So today I'm going to name this lesson, We Shall Eat Their Defiled Bread. And before we get into the lesson, we're going to play this short video clip from Dabu 7. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into this short video clip.
This is Dabu 7. Well, you never know what you're getting out there, especially when things are labeled a certain way. In this instance, we have a man that was pushing off grain that he said was organic, which checks out to be one of the biggest schemes in history, especially tied to organic food. They're saying that a group of individuals, one of which is deceased, this Randy Constant, he along with several others were selling these grains to different farmers from 2010 to 2017 and telling them that it was organic when it was not. This involved at least $142 million worth of grain sales. Most of this going to cattle or other animals that were using it to feed off of. But then those creatures, those animals were sold as organic fed animals. So the whole thing was a lie because the grain was being purchased just from everyday farmers out there. A lot of it doused with chemicals and just mixed with whatever and then passed off as being organic. So these guys were lying large scale. The guy, Randy Constant, after he was indicted, he killed himself. But the other people that are involved are catching charges now. Now we have this North Missouri businessman who was involved with the whole thing going down for this as well. This is Stephen Whiteside of Chillicothe. He's only facing 3 years probation and a $45,000 fine, when the original man, Constant, which is now deceased, he was facing a whole lot more. He had got a 10-year sentence in prison on top of that, and they believe that's why he took his life. But this was large scale, and this has been going on for years. So it just goes to show that if you're buying stuff out there off of someone that's not trusted, you don't know what you're getting. This is why I say deal with the farmers markets. Deal with people that you know locally and that you trust. That's about all I can say to that, because people are scandalous. And out here in this world, they'll do just about anything to make a buck on someone else. This is a heads up for those out there that like their organic. Might want to think twice or look deeper into where you're getting it, where it's being grown, and all that if you really care. I'll leave a link. I'll break this down further.
But it was prophesied that we would have to eat the defiled breads amongst the Gentiles. And that's where we're going to start off today. We're going to start off in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 4 and verse 13. Once again, this is Ezekiel chapter 4 and 13. And it reads, "And the Lord, Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I will drive them. And we were driven out of our land, scattered amongst all nations, pursuant to Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And we are now eating their defiled bread," which bread just is speaking about food in general. Everything that this so-called white man produces is defiled, right? You know, that's why you see McDonald's in all of Jake's neighborhood. That's why you see 4 for 4s and 2 for 2s. All this food that Esau Edom is producing is defiled, you know, even down to them taking abominable foods like shrimp, crab, lobster, and pork, shellfish, you know, things of that nature, and putting them in your markets as delicacies, right? Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, our power, gave us a dietary law that we should govern our body by. But what does Esau Edom do? He takes abominable foods and make them delicacies and put them in your neighborhood stores, knowing that they're going to break down your body, right? That's why you have high blood pressure at an all-time high. That's why you have diabetes at an all-time high, because we're not following, the people in the world is not following the dietary law. And then we're eating the defiled breads of the Gentiles. And let's read this one more time. This is Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 13. And the Lord, Yahawashi said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I will drive them. So we're eating the defiled foods of the Gentiles. That's why you have corner stores that's selling your children unhealthy snacks, unhealthy food, right? Chips, candy, soda, That's why all our children are overweight and obese. America leads the world in obesity, right? But when Jake do look for healthy foods, they're either not in his neighborhood, or he can't afford them. This devil has Jake walking around the earth on a very low vibration, and that's because he know that food play an important part. Food is an important role, and this devil knows it. It should be no such thing as GMOs. Matter of fact, let's look up that word GMOs. And it means, GMO means genetically modified organism, right? Genetically modified organisms, GMOs, can be defined as organisms, plants, animals, microorganisms in which the genetic material, DNA, has been altered. So he's altering the DNA of plants, animals, and microorganisms, right? DNA has been altered in a way that does not occur naturally by mating and or natural recombination. So this devil is taking the DNAs of animals and plants and microorganisms and altering them, cooking up food in labs and selling them to you, right? It should not be a such thing as genetically modified organisms. But we live in this wicked ass kingdom, and everything over here is defiled. Esau Edom has defiled everything upon this earth. It should be no such thing as GMOs. And actually, an article came out not too long ago about Whole Foods selling GMO, but labeling them non-GMOs. And that store is considered to be a healthy alternate store to go to, versus your big box chain stores. And that's how everything over here is defiled. Even the places that is considered healthy, is pushing forth defiled food. But the earth is not giving her strength to this wicked ass man. And that's because Esau Edom does not honor the land Sabbath, right? Esau Edom has formed the earth to death. In our laws, we have a such thing called a land Sabbath. And we'll actually go there. That's in Leviticus. Let's go there. Let's go to Leviticus 25. Starting at verse 3, and it reads, 6 years thou shalt sow thy field, and 6 years thou shalt prune thy vineyard, and gather in the fruit thereof. Verse 4, but the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land, a Sabbath for the Lord, Yahawashi. Thou shalt neither sow thy field nor prune thy vineyard, right? But what does this devil do? This devil don't allow the land to rest for the 7th year. This devil terrorized the earth and don't give it the proper rest, right? That's why this madman is in the lab creating GMOs, making 3D printed meat, And it tells you in Genesis that the land would not yield the strength to Cain. And if you can receive it, Cain is Esau, Edom in reincarnation, right? The land is not giving forth the strength to this wicked ass man. And that's why he have to produce and alter and slice genes to create a food. And guess what? It has no nutrients in it. All that shit that he's creating in the lab is destroying us. And that's why this man got to be taken out of power. Right? You know? And then you got niggas trying to big up this damn fake ass society. Everything that this white man produced is altered and fake, right? And we're going to end off in Genesis 4 because, like I said, it tells you that the earth would not yield forth her strength to Cain. This is Genesis 4:11. And like I said, if you can receive it, Cain is Esau, Edom in reincarnation. This is Genesis 4, verse 11. And now art thou cursed from the earth, right? Esau, Edom is a curse in the earth, And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it should not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. And a fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. So the earth is not going to yield forth the strength to this this so-called white man. And that, like I said, that's why, we're finding out everything that this white man is pushing and putting forth on our dinner tables is defiled. But like I said, going all the way back to Ezekiel chapter 4 and 13, we will have to eat the defiled bread among the Gentiles. So with that, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem, Rakakadash. And I'm going to give double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the true leaders of Israel to this day. And shalom to all the Akim and Akwaf that's believing on this truth. Shalom.